Hi, James. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you're here. This story came out April 28th, and I'm so disappointed. Michael Brown used to be somebody I looked up to. According to this, his elder team rejects any SA findings against him and recommends he returns to the ministry. According to this article by the Royce Report. By the way, if you don't support the Royce Report, you need to. They're great people. I met Julie Royce in February. She's fantastic. So go to julieroyce.com. Please support this Christian. I was about to say webpage, but this is true Christian journalism. Anyway, the article says these findings came after Brown's Line of Fire board commissioned Jim Holler of Firefly, a third-party investigator, in January to investigate alleged misconduct by Brown. Specifically, former Secretary Sarah Monk claims Brown swatted her rear end, kissed her, held her hand, and allowed her to sit on his lap in the early 2000s while he headed up the Fire School of Ministry in Pensacola, Florida. The Elder Accountability Team assessed Firefly's findings, which were released earlier this month, and reframed what Firefly called SA misconduct as leadership misconduct. In their 27-page report, elders also determined a second instance of Brown's inappropriate communication with a married woman, and they refer to it as a moral indiscretion. However, if you scroll down, it says, but their general take was that Firefly had left some key facts out of the report, including Brown's rebuttal to several allegations and the testimony of his wife, Nancy. The team also concluded that his accusers should have sought a proper Matthew 18 process 5 years ago when the rumors about Brown's actions began to circulate. This is absolutely appalling. And let me go get my Bible. Matthew 18 is about believers with other believers. It's not about challenging leaders. So give me a second. Okay, so we are in Ephesians 5, and I want to put that up on the screen. Let's start at verse 9. It says, for the fruit of the light consists in all goodness, righteousness, and truth, trying to learn what is pleasing to the Lord. Do not participate in the unfruitful deeds of darkness, but rather expose them. For the things they do in secret are shameful even to mention, but all things being exposed by the light are made visible. Matthew 18 has been used so many times to try to silence people who question leaders. That's not about leadership. Ephesians 5 is. When somebody is doing deeds of darkness, we are to expose them. Period. Michael Brown misbehaved badly. This is not behavior consistent of somebody who is a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. This behavior is appalling. Now, granted, it was a long time ago. So here's my take on it. Michael Brown needs to step down for a while. He legitimately needs to go to seek counseling. He legitimately needs to get to a point where he owns his behavior, where he says, I should never have done those things. Those things are completely wrong. I used my position of power as a way to get what I wanted. And if he repents, if he truly is remorseful, yeah, I could see him going back into the ministry. as far as I know, he never actually had relations with these women. He got awfully close to that line. So, in my opinion, he needs to step back, go to counseling, and maybe in a year or two, come back. But he should have never put his hands on another woman's body. To slap a young girl's behind and have her sit on his lap, that's appalling. That's disgusting. He was essentially grooming this girl. And it's wrong. Michael Brown needs to step away for a long time. Really rethink what he did. I'm very, very disappointed. Michael Brown was somebody I used to look up to. So this one's hard to report on. This one's hard to talk about. But you have to remember, we all have a sinful nature. We all have a flesh, and we have to keep it under control. We have to pray constantly and follow what this book says. And you have to have safeguards. You're never alone with another woman besides your wife. You don't meet with women behind closed doors where nobody can, your office should have a window of some kind so that people can see in. It's best to meet with people of the opposite sex in a public setting. If you're providing counsel, go to Starbucks, go to Panera, go somewhere. That way you're not alone in a compromising position. And that way there's no hanky-panky going on. So, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please pray for me. My health isn't the best right now. I'm dealing with a lot of GI issues. I may have to... basically, it's boiled down to either I need to completely get rid of caffeine or I need to go gluten-free, and I definitely don't want to do that. So, but we'll see what happens. By the way, if you watch every once in a while or if you watch every day, please hit the like button. It does help the channel to grow. So, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you tomorrow.